Hey Los Blancos fans! Welcome back to Real Madrid news. Today we've got some explosive content, Modric losing his cool in an unprecedented way, and rightly so thanks to unbelievable refereeing errors. Tension between Ancelotti and Vinicius, plus the latest transfer rumors that will blow your mind. You don't want to miss any of this. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our twice-weekly Madrid updates. Let's dive right in. Real Madrid secured their place in the Copa del Rey final against Real Sociedad, but the match was overshadowed by controversy that led to an unprecedented display of anger from our usually composed Croatian maestro. The match was marred by several questionable decisions from referee Alberola Rojas, including a denied penalty for Jude Bellingham that had fans fuming. But the moment that truly ignited the Bernabeu came in the 67th minute when Ander Alasagasti lunged in with a brutal challenge on Vinicius Jr. that somehow didn't result in a red card. Vinicius himself was visibly furious both during and after the match, stating in the post-game interview, "It's inexplicable, it's a clear red card." The Brazilian's frustration was evident as he limped slightly for several minutes following the challenge. But the most shocking reaction came from Luka Modric, who completely abandoned his typically calm demeanor. Our cameras caught the 39-year-old veteran marching straight toward Rojas, gesturing forcefully while the referee appeared to dismiss his protests. What happened next was even more surprising. In a moment that's now gone viral across social media with over 5 million views, Modric confronted former Madrid player Take Kubo in the technical area and actually grabbed him by the neck while Antonio Rudiger and the fourth official stood nearby. Remarkably, Modric escaped without even a yellow card for this outburst, adding further fuel to the controversy surrounding the officiating. This is the first time in his 12-year Madrid career we've seen this level of aggression from our midfield maestro, showing just how high tensions were running. Speaking of heated moments, we've got exclusive details about what transpired between Carlo Ancelotti and Vinicius Jr. during that same Copa del Rey semi-final. With Madrid trailing 1-2 and pressure mounting, our cameras caught a tense exchange between the Brazilian star and the coaching staff. It all started when Vinicius appeared to neglect his defensive duties, triggering a visible reaction from Davide Ancelotti, who came off the bench gesturing animatedly. Carlo himself then engaged in what appeared to be a heated discussion with Vinicius on the touchline. Sources close to the team confirmed that the manager was frustrated with the winger's lack of defensive involvement. Cameras caught Vinicius defending his position, gesturing with his hand as he faced a visibly frustrated Ancelotti. The tension was so palpable that many fans in the Bernabeu expected Vinicius to be subbed off immediately. Interestingly, 3 minutes later, it was Modric who made way for Lucas Vazquez while Valverde shifted to the wing. Vinicius remained on the pitch, seemingly having received the message. What happened next was remarkable. The conversation appeared to light a fire under Vinicius, who suddenly transformed his performance, dribbling past defenders, changing the game's tempo, and rallying the crowd. Ancelotti himself acknowledged this in the post-match press conference, saying, "The warning brought out the best in Vinicius. He was decisive. With one of his plays, we scored to make it 2-3, and he played a spectacular game." This incident highlights the complex dynamics between players and coaches, even at the highest level, and Ancelotti's masterful man-management skills in knowing exactly how to motivate his stars. Now to some explosive transfer news that has the football world buzzing. Multiple Tier 1 sources are reporting that Real Madrid has intensified negotiations with Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. The English right-back, whose contract expires this summer, has reportedly been in direct contact with Madrid executives. Our sources indicate that a pre-contract agreement worth €12 million per season over 5 years is close to being finalized. Liverpool has desperately tried to retain their star, offering a reported £300,000 weekly salary, but the allure of joining the European champions and following in the footsteps of his idol Steven Gerrard appears too strong to resist. This potential free transfer represents incredible value for Madrid, with market analysts valuing Alexander-Arnold at approximately €80 million. His arrival would provide a long-term solution at right-back and add another dimension to Madrid's already formidable attack with his crossing ability. In other transfer news, Madrid has apparently cooled interest in Alphonso Davies after Bayern Munich demanded €60 million despite the Canadian having just 1 year left on his contract. Florentino Perez is reportedly unwilling to meet this valuation, preferring to wait until January when a pre-contract could be agreed. Meanwhile, young Brazilian sensation Endrick is set to officially join the squad this July after turning 18, with his integration plan already being prepared by the coaching staff. Sources indicate he'll initially split time between the first team and Castilla to ensure proper development. After last week's tactical masterclass against Manchester City in the Champions League quarter-final first leg, analysts have been dissecting Ancelotti's surprising new system. The Italian tactician deployed a hybrid 4-4-2 diamond that morphed into a 3-5-2 in possession, with Camavinga dropping between the centre-backs and Valverde providing width for midfield. This tactical flexibility completely neutralized City's usual dominance, limiting them to just 0.4 expected goals, their lowest in any competition since Guardiola took charge. Data analysts point to Madrid's pressing efficiency, with the team recording 22 successful high turnovers, nearly double their season average. The positioning of Bellingham in a free role behind Vinicius and Rodrigo proved particularly effective, creating overloads in central areas. According to our tactical consultant and former Madrid assistant coach José Morey, what we're seeing is Ancelotti adapting to the modern game while maintaining Madrid's traditional strengths. The fluidity between defensive solidity and attacking threat is remarkable, especially considering the average age of the squad. Now for our expert analysis segment, I'm joined by former Real Madrid defender Alvaro Arbeloa to break down these stories. Alvaro, what do you make of Modric's unusual outburst, and does it signal a deeper frustration within the squad about officiating this season? Look, Luka is normally the calmest player on the pitch, so for him to react this way tells you everything about the level of frustration. The players feel there's been inconsistency in officiating, especially in big games. What we saw was the culmination of several incidents across multiple matches. The squad remains united though. This frustration actually shows how determined they are to compete on all fronts. We should remember that Modric and Kubo remain friends from their time together at Madrid, so this was purely in-the-moment intensity. And regarding the Ancelotti-Vinicius exchange, is this just normal coach-player interaction or something more concerning? This is classic Ancelotti man management. He knows exactly which players need an arm around the shoulder and which need a firm word. With Vinicius, sometimes he needs that jolt to refocus. What's impressive is how quickly Vini responded. You saw an immediate improvement in his intensity and concentration. This is actually a positive sign for Madrid fans. It shows the coaching staff are demanding excellence even when leading a tie, and the players are responsive to that guidance. That's the mentality of champions. That wraps up today's packed episode of Real Madrid News. We've seen how even our most composed veterans can reach boiling point, the delicate balance coaches must strike with star players, and the exciting transfer possibilities shaping Madrid's future. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these stories in the comments below. Do you think Modric was justified in his reaction? Would Alexander-Arnold be the right signing for Madrid? Let us know. We'll be back on Friday with more exclusive updates ahead of the weekend's league fixture. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this content, and subscribe for more Real Madrid coverage. That's all for today. Please leave your comments below and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.